Hi everyone, Merril Hoge, my favorite chair, doing my favorite thing, watching tape. Now, this is what actually teams do. They self-evaluate in the offseason. How do they get better? What areas did they struggle in? And what did they do really well, and how do they build on that? One of the areas that they'll probably look at this year that was a real struggle was third down, and especially from the third down back's perspective, picking up blitzes, identifying pressures, and then making those blocks. And that third down back is so vital, not just catching it, but blocking. But here's a great example of the first play. Now, when you look at pass protection, some things that will help you as a fan understand how they go about pass protecting. Usually you help your offensive line and you're like, you guys take the 5 guys that are on the line of scrimmage. So in this case, it would be this guy here, this guy here, this guy here, here, and here. So those 5 guys are going to be accounted for by the offensive line. Okay, they're going to probably slide to the left. Now the back here, he's going to be responsible oftentimes to help out with your offensive line if they make mistakes, because you have depth and you can do that. But you have responsibility. And oftentimes you're reading 2 guys. So in this case, the inside guy and this outside guy. If both guys come, well, then the quarterback and wide receiver have to throw it as hot. That's how you would handle this particular pressure. Well, as you're going to see here, what happens, the inside guy, he leaves, he vacates it, but the slot guy comes. The problem with really Samuels here is he just doesn't stay long enough looking at the outside guy, and he leaves too early. So when you leave too early, you leave somebody who's unaccounted for. He's free at the quarterback, and even though he gets the ball off quick, look at it's 3rd and 8, and that's ultimately why they're coming. They're going to force you to throw the football quick and hot, or get somebody who's free. From the end zone, you see it better here. You can see how the defender leaves, and then just it's unfortunate that the eyes left too quick. He sees the guy leave and he vacates and doesn't check his outside responsibility before he leaves, and then he comes free. So teams see this and they're like, okay, they struggle with that. Let's see if they can handle it. Well, here's another pressure that's really in the game. Again, now I talked about the 5 guys. I want to back this up just a little bit. The 5 guys that they say the offensive line is responsible for. So in this particular case, with you having 4 down, they'll say, offensive line, you guys responsible here. These 4 guys. And then I know you see the quarterback always point out the Mike linebacker. Well, that would be him. So those 5 guys, the offensive line, know they're going to protect. No matter where they go, how they go, they are responsible for them. Now the back, he's going to be responsible for the other inside defender. Plus, he's going to be responsible for this outside guy. Again, he has a dual read. Now at the snap of the ball, the guy comes right away, the inside. You could say, well, actually, they both do. Well, they both actually do come, but the back's responsibility really is the most dangerous, which really should be this guy. You got to be alerted to, and you take care of him. But, they let both guys go. They kept the tight end for a chip on the outside. So missing that protection, teams just started to come after him more and more. Here you get a better understanding. And he might have been confused and identified this guy as his assignment versus this guy. And that can happen too. You can get a miscommunication. That's why it's so important that you communicate at the line of scrimmage and everybody identifies, that's why you call out numbers. 53 has a better chance of being an inside linebacker than 32. 32 is a safety. So, or 37, knowing who's who on a football field is important. Now, in this Cleveland game, the alignment is a little different. We'll go from the end zone on this. But a free defender again, and they tried to come up with all types of schemes to confuse the blocking assignments of the Steelers. So in this particular case, if you look at the 5 guys that the Steelers offensive line will be responsible for, it's really the guys that are down on the ground, here in the A gap, right here. So you know that these guys are your responsibility. So from a back's perspective, you're responsible for people too. And the most dangerous really is guys out here. You know, these are the guys that could really create some problems for you if they come. So understanding which way your offensive line is going to block and protect is important. And when you snap the ball, now the center kind of gives it away right away. Center always tells you which way they're sliding. So Pouncey here kind of slides to his right. Rightfully so. That is where the A gap was threatened. There's 3 defenders over there. Now the back, Connor's responsibility is really to make sure that you secure the outside and that you don't. And he goes to sleep for a second, he loses vision, and you got a free defender back there. So teams tried to create all different types of packages to challenge the Steelers and how they were going to protect. You know, here's another case where you have, really, here's what you're going to tell your guys on the line of scrimmage. You guys are going to be responsible for all of these. Our tight end is going to stay in. So we are responsible for 6 people. So everybody that's on the ground here we're going to have people responsible for. The back, you are going to be responsible for scanning across the formation. Now when they snap the ball here, the back's just a little late. You know, they do a good job up front, but from the end zone you'll see it better. And keep in mind, you notice that it's often 3rd and long. That's when you get in real bad situations. When you get in 3rd and long, people are going to force you to throw the football, because even if you throw it hot, they're going to make the tackle and it's going to be 4th and 3 probably, you know, depending if it's 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 9. So you see from this perspective, and let's watch the offensive line, the center. Let's go with him. Where does he go at the snap of the ball? See, look how he slides to the left. See how everybody slides to the left? Because they're taking care of those people. That outside defender is a guy they want to take care of. The tight end is staying in right here. So they're okay there. They're sliding all the way out here this way, and that means the back, really quickly, he must slide underneath and protect. Now, Benny Snell is a rookie, and so I've played this position. This is actually what helped me make it in the National Football League, as being the 3rd down back my rookie year. This is not easy. You know, identifying this type of stuff quickly is hard, especially from a rookie's perspective. So this will be something they work on this year. They'll want to get better. They'll want to find that back. They can identify those things, make the proper pickups, and it'll help your passing game, especially on 3rd down.